I have been shopping and today we're going to do some taste testing of the various Hawkstone beers and ciders. Now I confess I am a huge Clarkson's Farm fan. It really has changed my attitude to farming, so I'm going to give these a give it a try. Starting with probably their first and most famous is the lager itself. Now this is very well carbonated, something I'm a real fan of. Lovely foamy head, again looking really good. Now aroma is more malty than hoppy. Touch of citrus in there, maybe. Certainly closer to the earthy or woody aromas. Let's give it a try. Now, what's the ABV on this? 1.58 UK units. The ABV is 4.8%. Seems reasonable. Cheers. Wow, lots of flavour on that first sip. It really has a lot going on here. This is very nice. It is more medium bodied, actually full of flavour, slightly more malty with just a very smooth bitterness on the back. Wow. And that good carbonation. Again, I am a fan of that. For the Hawkstone lager, I'm definitely a fan. Cheers. And so we move on to the Hawkstone Pills. 3.8% by volume, still only 330 millilitres though. They are the small bottles. Colour is wonderfully pale. Carbonation is very similar to the lager, perhaps just a little less. Nice foamy head. This one is definitely a nice sweet citrus aroma straight away. That's pretty much it. This one is a much simpler aroma. Let's give it a try. A little more bitterness on the pills. That's a little odd compared to the lager, but still very, very light mouthfeel and absolutely delicious. On the second sip, it does smooth out just a little. As by comparison to the lager, this one is a crisp, clean, and very quaffable Pilsner. Now, because I'm sure I'm going to have to work this out, I think the lager is far more drinkable, even though it is perhaps not quite to style of a lager that we're perhaps used to. Cheers. And so we move on to my most anticipated, the IPA. Now, bias warning, I am an IPA fan. However, this one is already looking amazing. The clarity is absolutely crystal clear. There is a nice light foamy head that seems to be hanging around for quite a long time. Carbonation, of course, is also absolutely terrific. And the aroma, the hops you get in your face the second you pop the bottle. This is an absolutely delicious looking drink. Now we're getting some malty undertones, that's good, but we're also getting a selection of hops. They definitely have a nice citrus tone to them, but there's a bit of woody and piney in there. I am really loving that aroma, and it is nice and strong. So we are looking good before we've even gone in for the drink. Oh yes, this is so good. Really full in the mouth, lots of flavour. Absolutely has that lovely balance of hops with a bit of bitterness and malt with a bit of sweetness, making it really a smooth drink with a nice IPA kick on the back. This is absolutely living up to my extremely high expectations after the first couple. Winner winner chicken dinner. Cheers everyone. in an attempt to collect the entire set, I went back shopping to pick up the Session Lager. We are back with the Hawkstone, this time with the Session Lager. Now this comes in at 4%. Clarity and aroma very similar to the main lager, slightly more malty than perhaps from other lagers, but delicious. Carbonation seems a little lower in this one. Temperature's the same because it's been in the same fridge. Yep, a lovely crisp and clean lager. Very drinkable. Has a flavour profile that I am particularly fond of, which is so much to say that it actually has quite a lot of that malt flavour coming through. Despite being a slightly lower carbonation, it is still very, very nicely carbonated. Mouthfeel is quite full and there's a nice little touch of bitterness on the end. Definitely very sessionable. Cheers. Time for a change, we've moved on to the ciders. Continuing in the theme of Hawkstone, I've got 2 ciders to try now. Straight off the bat, I am liking the fact they're 500ml instead of those miniature 330ml lager and IPA bottles. And we have the Hawkstone cider and we have the dark fruit Hawkstone Hedgerow to give a try. So I'm going to start with the cider. This comes in at 5%. Wow. Well, straight off the bat, this has been in the fridge for a few days, nice and cold. Wonderful, clear, golden colour and plenty of carbonation in there. But let's go in for the aroma. Aroma is light, sweet and very apple. It's not giving anything away in the types of apple, but it does seem very nice indeed. So let's give it a try. Nice. It's always worth taking a couple of sips, I feel, and I'm not just saying that. In the taste and in the flavour then, this is a nice simple apple cider. Goes down really nicely, 5%, doesn't really have particularly a strong alcohol kick to it, just a very refreshing summer drink. Very nicely done indeed. There's just a very tiny, pleasant tartness on the very end. This will go down very nicely. Cheers everyone, I'll be back soon to try the other. We miraculously have a day of sunshine, so I'm going to enjoy one of the few days of summer. Nice. And we're back to try the Hawkstone Hedgerow, the dark fruit cider. Now this one comes in a little lower in the ABV, this is 4%, but I am looking forward to see how this one tastes. Well now, this looks fabulously enticing. I am immediately loving the colour and the clarity that comes with this particular cider. Now as far as aroma is concerned, this one is absolutely a noseful. I get a lot of cherry in there. Oh, very sweet as well. Not so much on the apple. Gosh, I am immediately looking forward to giving this one a try. And it is as wonderful as it smells. I'm getting a lot of that dark fruit flavour right off the bat. I'm getting a lot of the cherry particularly, but that's probably the easiest for me to detect. It is very, very smooth. There's no tartness at all. This is very, very drinkable. It's also a little on the dangerous side. It has no sense of alcohol to it at all. I could drink this like it was pop. That is except compared to the cider, the carbonation in this is much lower, but it does suit the drink very, very well. Although I do like the carbonation, I'm sort of pleased it is a much lighter carbonation. I really did expect to prefer the cider over the dark fruit, so it comes as a real surprise to say my preference is actually the dark fruit. And also, while the cider is more highly carbonated, which would normally be a preference, the lighter carbonation suits this drink far better. Very nice indeed, and it's a summer day. Cheers everyone, please do like and subscribe and feel free to comment. Health, wealth and happiness. Cheers. Now I confess, I bought a few extra bottles to share with my sister. They may be in danger. Oh, out here in the sunshine, can you see how crystal clear that is? Well done, Jeremy. Here's to the next one.